Jeeps. See you guys later. Good luck this year, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. Welcome to HSBN Media Days. How you doing?
Good. We're doing well.
Great. So please introduce yourself and who you have here today with you.
I will. Emilio Fernandez, head coach at Riviera Prep. To my left is our center fielder, co-captain Nick Flowers. To my right, Mark Quarry Jr., 1350 SAT score. And to my right, Eric Fernandez Jr., co-captain, 1360 SAT score, committed to the University of Miami.
Emilio, wow. What just a historic season last year. Really groundbreaking season for your program. And then, boy, oh boy, 22-2, and then you slip on a banana peel, I guess, against Miami Christian. Even though Miami Christian is good, but I'm sure you could certainly hoping to be part of the regional playoffs. Talk to me a little bit about last year. Talk to me about the momentum you built, and talk to me about how that carries over into this season.
Well, the misconception is we slipped on a banana peel, and that's not accurate at all. Last year, our goal was never to advance in a district playoff or advance into a regional playoff. It was our second actual varsity season, and our goal from the beginning of the season was to win the South Florida Baseball Conference, which we did. We went 17-0 in the South Florida Baseball Conference, first team in the history of that conference to go undefeated. And that championship game was on a Friday, and our districts were on a Monday. So for us, it was pick your battle: try to win that conference or try to be competitive Monday. And we chose to win the conference. And Monday, we still went out there, and our kids, they still played, but it wasn't. We weren't at 100%. Our top arms had thrown that Friday, so it's not an excuse. But last year,
So
our priorities were different last year, and we reached our goal last year of winning that South Florida Baseball Conference. And now our priorities will change and they'll shift this year. And this year, our goal is to reach a regional, somehow, some way, get to a regional, and I think that'll be success in year 3 actually of our baseball program. So we kind of set the goals, and last year we reached all our goals, and this year we'll pivot our goals a little bit to where we want to reach a regional playoff.
So you only had 7 players returning, according to my numbers here from last year's team. How valuable is the leadership of these kids you're sitting next to now?
Well,
carry that on?
That's interesting. We only returned 7, but 6 are starters. And, most of these guys, a lot of coaches will coach 20, 30 years in high school, and they'll spend 30 years coaching high school, and they'll never have a top 20 player in their program, and they go about it, and they're very successful. I'm lucky or fortunate, whatever the story is at this point, and I feel, in my opinion, we have 2 top 5 players in the county, much less, 1, which is Nick Flowers here to my left, which hands down is the top center fielder in the county. Hit 9 home runs last year, hit 418, 33 RBIs. He ran a 6.5 today at Media Day. And to my far right is Eric Fernandez, who's arguably the top player in the county. I mean, that might ruffle some feathers, but arguably. He led the county in hitting last year, had a 96 exit velo today, and, just continues to get better. So these 2 guys are extremely talented guys, and not to take away anything from Mark and my other guys, but coaches don't have the opportunity to coach 2 talented guys like that in their lifetime, and I'm happy. I'm fortunate enough to have 2 guys, this year. I'm gonna enjoy the most out of it, and my favorite time of the day is throwing BP to these guys. I mean, it's a show and it's impressive, and I don't take that for granted, having been fortunate enough years in the past to have 30 guys or so that got to the big leagues that I was able to throw BP to, guys like Hosmer and guys like J.R. Murphy and John Jay and Yonder Alonso. I kind of see these guys kind of in that same, following those same footsteps. So we have, 2 outstanding talents. We have Mark Quarry, who hit over 400 last year. He hits second for us in the lineup. He's a run producer, guy gets on base. And then we have Elias Baronio, who hit 6 for us, who hit over 300 as well. Eli Holton hits 8th, but hit over 300. So our returners are very strong. And so we lost Luis Angarito, which was a very good player, and DJ Flowers, which were 2 outstanding players for us. But we returned 6, and we've added some valuable talent. And again, I can't emphasize the fact of how special these 2 guys are, and And being able to watch them play, watch them practice, and just watch them evolve is special.
Talk to me about what, Coach is clearly looking at you and leaning on the two of you, in addition to Mark, as far as carrying this team this year to the next step, to the next level. Talk to me about that responsibility that's being thrown on your shoulders.
Yeah, for sure. Me, Nick, Mark, we've been here the longest, longer than anyone on this team. We're expected to carry the load, as you could say. So yeah,
It is what it is.
Yeah,
you really just have to, metaphorically step up to the plate and, go for it,
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the media days you're out there. You're talking about 6'5" and how I didn't get the number on that, but what for the players, what is it like participating in the activities here at Media Day?
I think we were all pretty, excited to get out here and show what we can do. But I think we all did what we were supposed to do and came out successful.
I think it was a great experience. They brought us in, they showed us a video, we got our headshots done, we ran and we hit, and I just think it was a great experience, for all the players, for the people that have already done this before, and then for the people that are coming for the first time, it's just a good experience.
And the headshot goes on your profile
Yeah.
pages, which is great for what you guys need them for. What about you? What you like today?
I think it's great that they give us the platform to showcase what we can do, and then for guys that have been here before to improve upon those numbers and show what we are right now.
Coach, talk about your districts. You're in a big district now. How do you prepare for that challenge?
We're in a big district. For those that don't know our school, we're kind of at an unfair advantage we're not a level playing field per se. We're an academic school, and to get into our school, you don't go to our school to play baseball. You go to our school to pursue a real education, and that's what these guys are. And I don't have a 25-man roster. I'm not getting kids in from other places and other countries, and with no transcripts and no test scores or no anything. That doesn't happen at our school. So we got to deal with what we have, and I got to go pluck a guy from the soccer team and a guy from the basketball team. That's what we got to do. And we have about 100 boys in our school, so we've been fortunate to be very competitive without going out there looking for players. It just doesn't work that way. Our guys, no matter who it is, Mike Trout wanted to come to play for us. He's got to pass that test. So it doesn't matter who they are. They got to pass a test. It's not a placement test. It's a test to know how much you know. And so as long as those standards are there, we're never going to be in a level playing field. But I'm okay with that. I would rather be nowhere else. And I think we have enough to play anyone and compete and have a good time. At the end of the day, these guys are going to be very successful human beings. They're extremely intelligent. They're going to go to high-end academic schools, and a couple of these guys might be fortunate enough one day to play on TV. So we'll see.
And you face Coral Shores at Mark-Light Field at University of Miami. That's to have a chance to play there. I'd like to hear from the players how that's going to be for not playing there.
Eric's headed there pretty soon anyway.
Yeah. The past years we've played there as well. So this is like the third time that we're gonna be playing there. It's a good experience, playing in the university. Not a lot of guys will get the chance to do that. So yeah.
Mark?
It's a good experience getting to know what it'll be like to play on a field at the next level, not just a high school field, the field's well maintained, and then it just gives you an idea of what to look for if you do want to play at the next level. So it's just a good experience.
Yeah, I also feel we're very privileged to play on the field. It'll be a very fun time for everybody. So I feel very confident.
Just to finish this up, talk to me. I'm always curious about the challenges of starting a program from scratch, going into your third year, different from walking into St. Thomas or Columbus or whatever, and you have this ready-made program. Talk to me about putting your stamp on something, and you, like you already intimated about the high GPAs and the education. Talk to me about that challenge.
Totally, and these are things that happen, and you don't know why they happen, but I got to Riviera in a very funny way. We don't have time for that story today, but just some things happen, and you never really understand why. But I was fortunate enough to, Eric's very talented, skilled player. I had Mark, and at that age, I feel we could have gone pretty much anywhere in the county. And Riviera came along, and it was a situation where we had no program, we had no field, but I just felt I've done enough winning in the past when I had the Florida Bombers, and that wasn't the most important thing for me. It was getting my kid in the right environment and just being in an environment that's going to be beneficial, 30, 40, 50 years down the road. And we ended up at Riviera, started the program. Not everybody has the fortune to walk into a program with a Nick Flowers and a DJ Flowers, let alone bring in an Eric Fernandez and a Mark Quarry. And Luis and Garita last year, 3 years ago, showed up out of the blue. They just put them on our doorstep. So we've had good players. We don't have 30 of them, but we have enough to compete. And we have our own neat little home field. It doesn't amount to much. It's nothing compared to what some of the other high schools have, but for us, it's what we call home. And we went undefeated there last year, and I think we're a tough team to beat there. And again, my guys that have wanted to pursue college baseball, they're in college right now playing. For those that want to pursue something else, they're all very successful and capable because these are all high SAT guys, well-educated. They come from high-end, well-educated backgrounds, families. So for me, it was a godsend. I ended up there. Don't ask me how. But we're there. We've made it work. 23-2 in our second year, 13-10 in our first year. In our COVID year, we were 7-2. So without anything, we've figured out a way to make it happen and make something of it. So could not be more thankful.
Well, we thank you for being here and for your support, and good luck this year.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for your time.